Welcome back to Doug Went for Congress. We sit back and I'm looking at how this whole political thing is going in the last 3 months. And all we hear about is how much people are trying to raise, how much campaign money they're trying to raise, between the governors, for the governor campaign, for the congressional campaign, for the Senate. And that's all we hear about how much money they're trying to raise. And look at me, Doug Wynn, you're an underdog. You can't raise money. You don't raise money. Well, we see how this thing goes with how they raise money. They choose the ones that they know are going to listen to what they want them to do. So Democrats, Republicans, they're all in the same boat. This is why I chose to run as an independent. Because as long as we have that same type of attitude and people still voting for the Democrats and for the Republicans, this was going to happen always. This is going to happen for our children and our grandchildren. This type of politics is going to go on here in New Jersey. We have to stand up and get out and vote. November 5th, it's time for a change. Like I said before, it's time to give the power back to the people. To the politicians, they have the power and they want the power. They don't want the people having the power. Just like I said before, this is why the warehouses are coming up into our backyards. Because so much is going on, but we have a warehouse in our backyard. Like I said, that should be voted on. If the people want the warehouse, the Amazons in our backyards. They want the Amazons in the backyards, they should have to pay for that. There should be unions in those warehouses. So there could be some type of order so the supervisors are not running roughshod on the workers. We know we have a big problem here with the seniors in New Jersey. The seniors are not taken care of the way they should be taken care of. One day we all going to become seniors if we live that long. And we go into the senior buildings to where that they are in deplorable conditions. Some of them smell like urine. We got drug dealers coming in and out the senior buildings. No one cares because it's not affecting them. We should be taking better care of our seniors. Making sure they are good. Make sure they have people to talk to. See, this happening because they don't care. Too many people worrying about how much money they are putting into their campaign accounts. This is the problem. But we got to get out and vote to change this. Get out and vote November 5th. Doug Wynn for Congress, District 3. I run it as an independent. See, in order to do this, you have to care. A lot of the guys running for office, they don't care. Because they're setting up status for themselves. How much money can they raise in their political election, election account? We have to do better. They expect us not to go out and vote. They expect this. They expect you to sit home, complain, and don't vote. Which most will probably do. But we got to make it. If we want change in New Jersey, the change will start with me. So they will try to block you out if they don't like you because you don't think, well, he's not going to do the things that they want you to do. So they'll put all their money together just so they can't vote you. No one want to vote you in. But it starts with you guys. You got to get to the polls. You got to vote. If you want change, this is how it has to happen. November 5th. Get out and vote. We have to save our seniors. That could be your grandmother. That could be my grandmother. You feel me? Our seniors have to be saved. A lot of these seniors are veterans that are homeless. When you're putting seniors out on the street because they can't pay their rent, that's the problem. And no one cares because it doesn't affect them. It doesn't affect their loved ones. It doesn't affect these politicians' loved ones. This is why this is happening. This is why there's no security in the buildings. because they don't care. Get out and vote November 5th. Let's do something about this. Doug win for Congress. Spread it. Say, no, we don't have the money that they have. What we said we have 2 fish and 5 loaves. But we can make a difference. You got to care. See, the politician or public servant should be in the community to where that we can be found if there's a problem. You have to care about the community. You have to care about what's going on in Trenton and in the government to where there's no transparency. This is why all this corruption is going on. Have to bring the transparency law back. See, you try to put a bill in, they try to block it and won't even have a sign. So we have to get out there and vote, guys. Have to save our seniors. Like yesterday, we talked about our farmers. We don't realize how important our farmers are to us here in New Jersey. This is how we get our vegetables. I know it gets probably shipped in from other places. But we got to take care of home first. We have to take care of our farmers here in New Jersey. Let's stop playing both sides of the fences. We know in the last 30-some years, the layoffs all across New Jersey. And most of the time it's been the Democrats. They've been laying off for whatever reason. Always money, right? They don't have the money. No one comes to save no one. Of course, they turn their heads and they just care about themselves. But and take this seat. When you elect me, when you elect me as your congressman, we will find out why all these layoffs is happening, and none of these jobs are being filled. Has to be a better way. You have to care. Let's take care of our seniors. These warehouses come into our backyards. Make sure that if they vote on it to where we say that the community says we want them here, we'll have them here. And if they do come to our backyards, we have to make sure they're hired from the community first. Then make sure we put that wage up to where people can live off that wage. We know these Amazons are making money. We have to have unions. Got to bring unions back. We got a lot of these Democrats, a lot of Republicans want to get rid of unions for whatever reason. But this is what keeps people from being abused, right? We know that some supervisors don't do things well. We have to have unions in there to make sure that everything is straight. Follow policy. Make sure people are getting their lunch breaks. Make sure they get their breaks. Make sure if someone gets hurt on the job, it's being taken care of properly. This is why we have our unions. We got to do a better job, guys. We got to get out and vote. Get out and vote. Get out and register to vote. There should be no excuse. See, everybody just looking at the presidential election. But we have to look at what's underneath the presidential election. Senate's going on, right? We got the congressional election going on. And all the other local stuff that's going on. That's just as important as the presidential election. It's time for change. Like I said before, it's time to give the power back to the people. We have to give the power back to the people so that they can make the decisions. Believe me, this state will run a lot better. But you got to care. We got to win our juveniles back. Too many juveniles are in and out of these institutions. And no one cares because it's not their kid. We got to have better programs for them. Big Brother programs. I know they probably have them still somewhere. But it got to be legit Big Brother programs. Where these young men and women have people to talk to. Or they need someone to talk to. A lot of times a single parent can't do it by themselves. They're going to need help. Need the after school programs. We need the breakfast programs back. That was so important growing up in Camden. Us having the breakfast programs to where a lot of people didn't have breakfast at home. So this is what they did. That was a good breakfast program. The lunch program. Make sure people have make sure they have ample food to eat. Because if you're hungry, you can't study. You can't think straight. A lot of people running for office probably never have to deal with that. Worry about eating syrup sandwiches. Worry about eating mayonnaise sandwiches. Worry about eating hot pepper sandwiches. Most time, in order to care, you had been through it to see what's going on. I've eaten the mustard sandwiches. I eaten the mayonnaise sandwiches. I eaten the ketchup sandwiches. You have to care. This is why it's so important for someone who cares to be in that community. Make sure that we are good. Because if you never have wanted for anything, I ain't talking about material stuff. To where you say, no, when you dreamt of getting out the hood. What's going to motivate you to be great? Something has to motivate you to be great. Let's get together. Let's go out and vote. Let's take care of our mentally ill. Let's not take care of the problem by putting them to the county jails. We need to build institutions for them to where they can get the proper help they need and they deserve. But in order to do this, we got to get and vote November 5th. We got to vote, guys. Get off them couches. Get from that TV. Get out and vote. Need someone to come get you. We'll come get you. District 3, Mercer County, Monmouth County, Berlin County. We'll be seeing you guys in the next 8 weeks. We'll be seeing you guys all through the football games, Pop Warner games, shopping malls, wherever we got to be. We'll see you. Got questions? Ask the questions. But it's time for change. I will be in the community. So a lot of my guys that run against me, they don't believe in going in the community. People think a lot of them are scared to go in the community. Got to be able to go anywhere in the community, whether it's in the rural areas or whether it's the urban areas. Got to be able to relate and talk to the people. Again, like I said before, been law enforcement for 31 years in county. Let's go get them, guys. Let's go make a change. The old politics in New Jersey has to stop. The old brotherhood stuff is going on and has to stop. This is why we so far in this. And this is why we so in the Stone Age. It's always the same stuff, speaking the same stuff all the time. Don't want to change. But most people, most time they're worrying about themselves and worrying about their own pockets. How much money they can put in their election account. That's the problem. Again, I appreciate you guys for watching the channel. Doug Wynn for Congress. Vote November 5th. District 3. Time for change, guys. Let's go get them. Give the power back to the people. We have to give the power back to the people. Can't be afraid. Can't be afraid. See, everybody's so used to the machine. Don't know, well, that's just what they do. The old status quo, that's what they do. Don't make it right. They don't make it right. It's time to shake it up to where we get some new blood in there, some new people in there that's going to care about the people. Not just how much money they put in their bank account, how much money they just put in their election account. It's about caring about the people. Making sure people are good. Make sure we have unions in place to where that our people are taken care of. Whether it's unions in the municipalities, whether it's in the county government, unions. Whether unions in these warehouses. We should have unions. And we have to work together on both sides to where if you truly believe it's the right thing to do for Jersey politics. We have to make sure that we get that transparency back. See, we should know where the money is going to. Not just give the money out, but follow where the money is going to. How the money, you get the money, not a problem with that. How's the money being spent? That's what needs to be done. Found. How was the money spent? Just giving the money away like candy. If it's needed, you give it. You make sure it's done, but make sure how was it spent. Somebody has to watch the hen house. Too many roosters running up in there. No one's watching in the house. Again, Doug win for Congress, November 5th. Share it with your friends. Put it out there on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you share this. Like I said, we don't have the money the machine has. And that's what they know. That's why they say I'm an underdog. Yeah, I'm an underdog. But God is my campaign manager. He's guiding this. Thank you guys. Guys, be safe. I'll see you guys on Instagram. See you guys on TikTok. Be safe. One love.